Welcome to the GEM series, powered by Rocket Level. On this podcast, we empower entrepreneurs to succeed by setting big goals, executing like a pro, and having a fearless mindset. The GEM series is all about investing in yourself. We're here to share the path to getting what you want out of life by sharing the stories of entrepreneurs who have done this themselves, providing thorough research from our team on what careers and habits are yielding the best results, and discussing the mindset it takes to overcome the obstacles that all future entrepreneurs will face. Investing in yourself starts with putting in the work every single day, and this podcast is here to help you do exactly that. My name is Blake Chapman. I'm the Vice President of the Ambassador Program here at Rocket Level, and I am thrilled to be your host for the GEM series.
Hello, and welcome to the GEM series. I'm going to be doing a brief breakdown of what I learned from reading David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me. It has all kinds of really incredible life lessons in it, all kinds of ways to trick your mind, develop your mindset, and pull you out of those ruts. So for me, what I wanted to do was find a way to synthesize it into 12 life lessons that you can pull away from it. One of the first life lessons that you get from it is don't just get motivated, get obsessed. That's because motivation fades, but obsession will actually pull you through those difficult odds. Motivation is a quick drug, whereas, drive or getting obsessed with something will make it feel a little bit different and allow you to get to that next stage without constantly having to rely on motivation, which, as we talked about, it fades. The second one, be your own hero and be uncommon in your own world. So you can be uncommon in being anything. You can be uncommon in your role as a teacher, a parent, in your role at a company. The idea is to be somebody for yourself and really want to develop yourself and believe in yourself and become the one that goes above and beyond no matter where you're at. The other one, number 3, is callous your mind by making uncomfortable choices. David Goggins says, chase pain in one domain and learn to see through it to be able to conquer pain elsewhere in life. So this might mean starting with one aspect of your life and building from there. The story goes with David Goggins, whenever he was trying to go from being, 300, close to 400 pounds down to 190, 180 in the book, his biggest challenge was that he wasn't able to just go out and run a marathon right away. So every day he would hop on the stationary bike and get a little bit better bit by bit. Then he kept leveling it up until next thing you know, he is this super marathon runner, this person that is, trying to do the world record for pull-ups, somebody that's pushed himself. But that comes in stages. Number 4, earn your place every day. Never get complacent. You always have something to prove to yourself. In the book, David Goggins talks about how to consistently grow every single day and feel like you're the one that is working harder than everybody else that's out there. This is essential, pours into yourself first and foremost, and it allows you to grow and become unrecognizable. If you give everything that you have every single day, then you're only going to continue getting better. This might mean waking up a little bit earlier or trying to ride your bike to work or trying to do anything. It's not just physical goals. And that's something that I really liked that David Goggins always kind of talks about in this book. Number 5, embrace being the other. Being uncommon means being different, which can only mean good. This one is something that is so essential, is don't be afraid to be the one that stands out a little bit like a sore thumb. David Goggins, I know that he's known for running against traffic while people are facing him, being confrontational a little bit. But more than anything else, he's not afraid to be himself, and, he embraces being the other. Number 6, conquer other people's minds and take their souls. Leapfrog others' expectations of you, shocking them so that they're at a loss of how to dominate you. This is something that you can do in any place that you're at. It's important to find somebody that you could potentially impress or go above and beyond and theoretically take their souls. So David Goggins obviously brings this level of intensity, but I think what he's trying to talk about here is just to bring some competitive nature, and don't be afraid to hone in on somebody that might be a person that you want to exceed and, push each other and go as far as you can so that you can leave people in the dust. Number 7, run your own race and don't let others dictate your reality. You're only competing against yourself. So this is something that is so important to always remember, is that your number one opponent is always going to be you. David Goggins says above everything else, this is about strengthening your mindset, growing your mindset. And the most important part of that is to recognize that you are your own competitor. You are the one that you have to beat every single day. We all say terrible things to ourselves. Maybe not all of us, but a lot of us can say pretty terrible things to ourselves on a daily basis. It's important to rewrite that narrative and focus on being as strong and fierce in this new version of yourself as you possibly can. That's what going all in really is. Number 8, think about others and lead from the front. Help others and your own burden will become much lighter. So yeah, the big part of this too is make sure that you're lifting others up with you. As you improve, show other people what's working for you and, get them to improve as well. Whenever you lead from the front, what this means is you're taking ownership and you are showing everybody that you want to make them better and make everybody else around you better. It ends up being this really contagious effect that you'll end up having on everybody. And, that's how you lift up your community and that's how you grow. Number 9, accept your flaws and triple down on them. Stare at yourself in the mirror and think, how can I improve? So this is something that David Goggins talks about, is being extremely honest. I know that for me, I'm always looking and saying, okay, well, what are some ways that I could improve myself, and being brutally honest about it. And then, moving from a place of confidence past that to figure out a game plan. There's no room for being productive and feeling sorry for yourself or laying down and just, saying it is what it is. This is something that David Goggins says that you have to challenge, because if you're constantly sitting there and just accepting the status quo, then you won't have any motivation to actually push yourself. You won't be able to develop that drive that he's always talking about. Number 10, dip into the cookie jar of past victories. So keep note of times you succeeded. Remember them as inspiration for how you'll succeed again. This is something that I think is so essential in anything you do, no matter if you're in a sales role or you are in real estate or you are an athlete or you're a parent. Even when things get tough, it's important to remind yourself of those times that you have succeeded so that you can pull in, grab that energy, summon it, and move forward. Because just as many good days there's probably a lot more bad days too. So it's important to make sure that you are honing in on that truth, remembering all those times that you've exceeded your expectations or all those times that you have had a victory. It doesn't have to be some giant thing. For me, I started running more. For me, it was like, okay, well, I want to keep a mental log of when I ran an 8-minute mile, right? And even just when I'm running, if I feel like I'm having an off day, I can summon that, know what's been done, and that gives me a little extra boost. So things like that are really, really helpful just in anything that you're doing. Number 11, surround yourself with your champions. Be inspired constantly. So, this is something that I know I always talk about, but real A players want to find people that are even better than them. B players want to hang out with C players because they make themselves feel good that somebody else is worse than them. Find people that inspire you and seek that out. Find people that motivate you, challenge you to become a better version of yourself. That will, help you improve exponentially. And then number 12, remove the governor within yourself, because it's holding you to 40% of your potential. When you think you're done and you can go no longer, you're not even halfway at your full potential. This is something that David Goggins points out physically, points out mentally. This is something that I have thought about quite a bit. And there's ways to move around this, but the important thing to remember about this is that your body is trying to constantly protect you from any kind of danger or anything that might be uncomfortable to your body. So it's important to remember that mentally so that you can move forward and tap into that little bit past what you normally would be able to do. I recommend reading the book, going in. There's all kinds of actionable ways to push through this in your workouts. There's all kinds of actionable ways to push through this in your mindset as well. But the big thing here is take all of these tips, Even if you take a couple of them and apply them to your life, and I promise when you're having a low point, you can get that motivation and not even motivation. Remember what David Goggins says, that drive and that obsession, and push forward to strengthen your mindset and figure out how to truly go all in. So please read the book. I loved it so much. If you have any questions, feel free to DM us at Rocket Level Gym. My name is Blake. Again, I love this book so much and highly recommend it to everybody. So until next time, I'm Blake. This is the Gym series. Hope everybody has a great day. Bye.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Gem Series, the podcast for anybody dedicated to investing in themselves. Stay tuned for our next episode and look in the links below for resources that you can use for yourself. Until next time, this is Blake Chapman, and remember to be awesome and do awesome things.